Hey guys, so it's me, Nicolette, and today I want to talk a little bit. I'm falling, sorry. Today I want to talk a little bit about how I managed to save myself some money and be able to allocate it to other things, investments, savings, whatever you want to call it, because I shared when I was literally working, right? So anyway, on Twitter, we're having this conversation. There's a big argument. And the argument is around the fact that I said that there are some people that are earning take home 25,000 Rand, are able to save 15,000 Rand and actually live off 10,000 Rand. And the argument is that not in Cyril's economy, it is impossible. And I'm saying, guys, it's very possible. The problem that we do as South Africans, in actual fact, a lot of people, is that we take what is our standard and we want to apply it to everybody. So one thing that came up was the fact that the average rent in South Africa is like 6,000 Rand. Where are you even going to pay rent of less than 6,000 Rand? And I was like, that's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard, right? And I am arguing that there is rent that you can pay that is less than 6,000 Rand. I remember sharing a couple of years ago. In actual fact, on both instances where I have shared, the first time I shared, I was paying 1,075 Rand, I think. That was my rent. It was a 3-bedroom that we were sharing, and it was really going cheap. But again, this is back in 2012, so I can understand that. But even just looking, and I logged on to Property 24, I logged on to Private Property to see how much 2 bedrooms are going at. There are 2 bedrooms. Right now, there's a 2-bedroom that is in North Riding that is going at 5,750. And I don't know what math you guys are doing, but if you are willing to share, you would be able to save a little bit of money and be able to live off as little money as possible. Because really, what difference does it make? And perhaps maybe I don't have an issue with sharing because I lived in boarding school all my life, which means I was sharing. I got 4 siblings, which means I've always been sharing. I then moved to Res and I lived in an annexure where I was sharing. I moved out, came to Johannesburg, lived again in flats where I was sharing. So perhaps maybe I don't have an issue with sharing. I'm just thinking, yeah, there are definitely issues that can come up when you're sharing with somebody. Maybe you guys don't get along. Maybe this person brings their boyfriends. But if you start from the beginning and you say, look, we are 2 adults and we are going to be sharing space. We're not sharing a room, but we're sharing a living space. We're sharing the kitchen. So these are the rules that we need to pen down. I really feel like you could save yourself a lot of money. Instead of clinging yourself and struggling to pay rent every single month of 6,000 Rand, 7.5, why are you just not sharing? So this guy says at his big age, he will never share. And I'm just like, look, darling, at your big age, first and foremost, you should be earning big age money. If you're not earning big age money and you don't have big age people type of financial goals, then of course you can pay 6,000 Rand and not have a problem with it. That's on you, right? So I just feel like as people, we need to not take what is our standard. So the mere fact is that some person has decided that their standard is that 6,000 Rand is how much they're paying for rent. Therefore, it must be everybody else's standard. How many people in this country are managing to live off a salary of 10,000 Rand? How many people in this country would love to even earn 10,000 Rand, take home, and be able to just sort out their shit with that 10,000 Rand? So this thing that we're going to just walk around saying people cannot live off 10,000 Rand, that's a lot of bullshit, guys. It's a lie. You can. You must say that your preferences, your expensive taste, your luxurious lifestyle does not allow you to spend 10,000 Rand or less on your life. That is on you. And I think for me, what's really important is that we need to remember that it's not how much money you actually make. So you could even be making 50,000 Rand and still choose to live a 10,000 Rand life. That is a choice that you are making. And you're not going to die. You're not going to perish. And you don't have to do this for the rest of your life. You can literally do it for a couple of years. Take that money, put it somewhere else where it can become money that is working for you. And then you don't have to work that hard after that. You've got passive income that's coming in. Really, what is just a couple of years, 2-3 years of you sacrificing and living on a 10,000 Rand salary versus then you being able to buy your house cash or put a big deposit on your house, put a big deposit on your car. And you can even drive a nice car and you don't have to be clean-eyed by debit orders. I just don't get it. I feel like we make so many excuses about why certain things are not possible or not feasible. No, it is possible and it is feasible. It's just not possible for you because your mentality has told you that it's not possible. The other excuse was, what if you die after you save all that money? What do you mean, what if you die? We all gonna die. We all gonna die. Nobody knows when they're gonna die. What if you live? Have you ever considered that part? What if you actually live? So now your life needs to be substandard because you lived longer than you actually saved money. So in what you're actually saying is that you might live longer than your actual savings. Guys, let's be serious. I always say different strokes for different folks. If that's a life that you don't want to live, then you don't have to live that life. But don't say that a life of 10,000 Rand and below is impossible, because there are people that are currently living it. People that are not even people that are just not earning enough, but people that are earning money who have chosen to live that life. Again, read The Millionaire Next Door. That's a great book. I will also share the link in my first comment on this video so you can see what are some of the possibilities. I think some of us, our problem is our mentality. It's not that things are feasible or not feasible. It's really up here. What type of a person are you up here? And that will make a huge difference in your financial life. I mean, if you got goals, you've got goals. You got to reach them. And if it means that you must spend less money so that you can reach your goals, why not?